the Lakers just acquired Luka, and this is really strange. But let's break it all down. So I'm looking at the roster now. I actually took some time myself to lay out the full depth chart for the Lakers, Mavericks, as well as the Utah Jazz, since they were a part of the three-team trade, as well as the picks. We're going to get into the picks part with the Jazz specifically. But for the Lakers are now really going to be starting Luka with Austin Reeves, Rui, LeBron, and probably Dorian Finney-Smith, which really leads me to my issue with this trade. That, well, one, it's official. It's 100% happening. Luka's a Laker. So Dallas start burning them jerseys tomorrow morning and cry me a river. Luka's a Laker. It is what it is. But the thing is, it doesn't really. I'm not gonna say it doesn't help LeBron. I'm not gonna say that at all. That's crazy to say. It definitely helps LeBron, but they still need a big man. They still need a center. You can't expect to win a championship with LeBron in these next 2 years of his contract, probably before he retires at 40, 41, 42, whatever, and expect to win something with Dorian Finney-Smith and Jackson Hayes. Like, that's not a winning team. Those aren't winning centers. So I was looked at free agency though, and in the free agency class upcoming, we're looking at Brook Lopez, Miles Turner, Clint Capella, as well as, if I'm not mistaken, Bobby Portis. So, like, there are available centers that they can also go out and get, but who are you gonna give up on your team to acquire any of them? Like, I'm really curious. Like, you can't. I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you can't give up Austin Reeves, but if you give up Austin Reeves, then you're running Luka, Gabe Vincent, or Shake Milton with Rui at the 3, or you move Rui to the 2. You move Rui to the 2, have Dalton Connect play the 3, maybe, like it, and then I guess you have LeBron at the 4 and Bobby Portis or Clint Capella at the 5. That actually wouldn't be half bad. That actually would not be half bad if the Lakers did that. But you'd have to get some draft capital as well if you're going to give Austin Reeves for like a Bobby Portis or a Clint Capella. You have to. It just I'm just so confused. And also, like, Luka's known very well. I can see Luka operating a good pick and roll with a really good big. And the Lakers just happen to still not have that anymore. They got rid of it. And I'm not gonna say LeBron's gonna run the pick and roll with Luka, but I mean, it's just so confusing now. Can Luka play off ball? I don't think Luka can also play off ball. LeBron can play off ball. LeBron has a good post game. I'm not gonna lie. LeBron's post game is really improved, but running Luka with this team is just really weird. It's crazy. The Lakers really got Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis, and the craziest part is the reason. The Mavs GM, what's the name? Nico Harrison. He said, "I believe that defense wins championships." I don't disagree with him. I don't disagree at all. The last champion that we had was what's the name? The Celtics. Known great defensive team. Whole team as well. They weren't just one player, they were a full team. One player did not win them that championship. It was a full team effort with Jason Tatum, with Jaylen Brown. Derek White really stepped up as well. Heck, you got Peyton Pritchard and Luke Cornett actually putting in good minutes on that team. Like, defense does win championships. That's undeniable. Which is why I honestly think that Dallas won this trade. Like, I don't get it from the Lakers' perspective, is my issue. I totally get it from Dallas' perspective. 100% get it. Everyone's going to cry me a river saying, "Oh, we just traded Luka, our championship hopes. We just made it to the championship off of one player." They're the reason you didn't win it, though. They're the reason you didn't win it. Because it was, again, off of one player. And I get it. Luka has issues with conditioning. Luka has attitude issues. We saw that in the finals as well. He was very, like, childish, one might say. He wasn't a leader. But you just pair someone who's not a leader, who's probably the best sidekick to a leader, with the best leader in the NBA, LeBron James. Known winner, notorious winner, one of the best winners in NBA history in LeBron James. And you pair Luka with him. Bro, when LeBron retires, Luka's going to be ready to take over that Lakers team. He'll be in his prime, ready to take over that Lakers team. He'll have a new contract as well, by the way, because LeBron's contract ends right when Luka's ends as well. We're gonna give Luka that supermax. We ain't gotta pay LeBron. We ain't gotta pay AD. If we want to pay LeBron can take a pay cut. I don't mind that. But from Dallas's perspective now, you're running with Kyrie, Dinwiddie, Klay Thompson, AD, and Derek Lively. And you're going to tell me that Dallas didn't win this trade right now? Dallas went into this trade saying, we need a win right now. And they thought that this is the best way to win right now. I fully agree with them. Because on top of the fact that you're running Kyrie, Dinwiddie, Klay, AD, and Lively, your second team is looking nice. Dude, this is the depth that they have. Their 1 through 10 is amazing. They have Christie, Quentin Grimes, Najee Marshall, PJ Washington, and Daniel Gafford coming off the bench. Dude, when they go to their bench, there's going to be such little drop-off compared to other teams' benches. Like, they can actually compete with OKC now, in all honesty. I fully see them being able to compete with OKC. They can compete defensively. They have one of the best interior defenses in the entire NBA, with Lively paired with AD. Don't get me wrong, their perimeter defense is a little shaky, but they're not facing the Celtics till the NBA Finals. Like, what team in the NBA shoots the three as good as the Celtics? Like, the three ball is really notorious, in my opinion, in the Eastern Conference. In the Western Conference, we're looking at, who are we looking at? We're looking at OKC. OKC can shoot, don't get me wrong. OKC just lit up Sacramento today. But we're looking at OKC, who, I'm just saying, SJ is more of a driver than anything else. They're going to have to shoot now against the Mavericks. We're looking at Houston. Jalen Green, he could play both ways, but they're more of a defensive team. Possibly have a chance of beating them. But I won't say they have the depth of the Mavericks with PJ Washington and Daniel Gafford coming off the bench. That's still crazy to think of. Jeez. I mean, what, the Grizzlies? I'm not saying the Grizzlies are beating them out. I'm a Grizzlies fan. I'm a Grizzlies and Lakers fan. Born and raised in LA, went to college in Memphis, Tennessee. So I like affiliation to both. I don't think the Grizzlies are beating this Mavs team. The Mavs' depth just became one of the best in the NBA, rivaling my Grizzlies, who have, in my opinion, the best bench in the NBA. Just because that second team can very well still make the playoffs in, like, as a play-in team. That's top 10 in the conference. That's not hard, but that second team is still nasty. That second team is a second team full of ex-starters on, like, playoff teams. That's a really good second team to put out there. So, on top of the fact that they still have a first-round pick this year, next year, they don't have one in 2027. That one in 2028. Like, that's really good compared to the Lakers. Can't even build through the draft. Lakers first-round pick, they have one in 2026. They don't even have one this year. They have a 2025 pick. They have two 2025 picks this year. One that's their own, one from the Clippers. Then they have a 2026 first round, a 2028 first round, a 2030, and a 2031. That's horrendous. So when we look at the Lakers really have to build through free agency now, which they can do. There's no reason they couldn't. They have Luka, Austin Reeves, and LeBron. Like, that's going to attract so much top talent to the Lakers in the next year or two that I don't really see those draft picks being an issue. But where I do see draft picks being an issue is the Jazz. The Jazz are silently pulling what OKC did with, honestly, letting Rudy Gobert walk, letting Donovan Mitchell walk, and surprisingly letting Derek Favors walk. They're still reaping the rewards of that. I don't know how, but, like, that's crazy to think of. They're reaping the rewards of Derek Favors, the ghost of Derek Favors, basically. It's crazy. The Utah Jazz own two 2025 picks, three 2026 picks, two pick swaps with Minnesota as well as the Cavs. They also own three 2027 picks. The 2027 pick, one of them is owned by one of them with the Lakers protected top four pick, basically. So there's that as well. They own two 2025 picks from the Clippers and Dallas from this trade right here, by the way. They have a 2026, like, this Utah Jazz team has 11 first round picks between now and 2031. Does anyone see this not being an issue? Like, the Thunder were really low key, really under the radar. The Thunder, at least. And then out of nowhere, they trade for SGA from the Clippers. They stockpile all these picks, which they're still reaping the rewards from. And they're one of the best teams in the NBA. They're going to be one of the best teams in the NBA, in my opinion, for the next 15 years. Because of the picks that they have. As long as they can keep signing players and keep the players under good contracts. So, the Jazz having 11 first-round picks in the next, 6 years, 5 years, next 6 years, is insane. It's actually insane as well. On top of the fact that their starting roster, when they're all fully healthy, is not bad. They have Isaiah Collier at the 1. I think Isaiah Collier is honestly their future point guard of the future, unless they just draft something better or trade for something better. No issue with that. But Isaiah Collier, dog. Rookie, but a dog nonetheless. Really good, really true point guard right there. Colin Sexton, I think Colin Sexton really can get moved, possibly. Not in a trade, but at least to like the 6-man role when they bring in new players. Then they're running Lauri Markkanen at the 3. Last I checked, Markkanen is like 6'10", 6'11". That's insane. On top of the fact that when Taylor Hendricks is healthy, he's going to be their 4. Walker Kessler is going to be their 5. Do you know how much size they have? And then I'm hearing that, Danny Ainge is over there with Utah. They're tanking for, that boy that just committed to BYU or whatever. And they're tanking and banking everything they can to get that boy from BYU, Dybala or something like that. I don't know his name. I know it, but I can't pronounce it. But, like, if they do that, the size on this team would be stupid. And just like OKC, they're gonna reap the rewards for the next 6 years. So, and like their second team isn't even half bad. It'd be John Collins on their second team with Cody Williams, who was a first-round pick last year or 2 years ago. Jordan Clarkson's not half bad. Keontae George is a dog still. Kyle Filipowski, he can grow, but I digress. Maybe. Just maybe. I believe in him. I'm not a hater. But it's just crazy to think that the Lakers, I don't know what they're doing. They're planning for free agency. They're planning for a life after LeBron, and this is a really good way of doing it. They're not in a win right now mood, but they're in a win in the next 10 years mood. The Lakers really did what the Dodgers did, but the Dodgers are significantly more stacked. They really set up their future now, and they fully understand that the stars that they have are going to retire very soon. The Dodgers got Shohei Ohtani, but they also understand Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts are gone. And guess what they go on to do? They get the best free agency piece that they could ever get in Shohei. And they're reaping the rewards for the next 10 years. That's what this Luka acquirement really is. That's really what it is. That's all it is. The Lakers are going to try to lock Luka down in some Patrick Mahomes-ass deal to try to get him for 10 years probably. And they're just going to make him the focal point as, we got Luka. Giannis, you want to come over here? Oh, we got Luka. Hey, Trae Young, you want to come over here? Or, hey, we got Luka. Hey, Cooper Flag, after you're done with that rookie contract, you want to come over here, Cooper Flag? Like, that's what the Lakers are doing. And then you have Dallas over here on the other hand, which is just fully saying, we honestly have to win now. And we have a really good defensive roster. And we are one of the deepest rosters in the NBA right now as well. On top of the fact that our starting 5 can compete with almost any other team's starting 5. And then when you're tired, we'll bring in the second team, and our second team will outscore your second team so much that their plus minus is going to be crazy. And then think of all the hybrids and variations that you could run to that second team with Max Christie, Quentin Grimes, Najee, PJ, and Daniel Gafford. Oh, let's just throw AD instead of PJ Washington. What? Or, let's honestly put Kyrie, Quentin Grimes, Najee, PJ Washington, Daniel Gafford. That team is the team that's like cooking right now, basically. I mean, obviously you have Dinwiddie and Clay swapping in and out right now, but that team's still cooking right now. And that team's eighth in the NBA Western Conference standings right now, which isn't half bad at all for a team that's really hurt. And that team that made it to eighth in the conference right now is their second team basically into the future, basically in the near future this year and beyond. So this is just crazy. Although I don't think the Lakers are done because you're not gonna win anything right now with Dorian Finney-Smith at your center, and they understand that LeBron's window is tight. So because they understand LeBron's window is tight, I think they're still gonna try to acquire. I'm looking at the free agency. I'm looking at free agency coming up in 2025. I see Brook Lopez coming up. I see Clint Capella coming up. I see what's his name, Bobby Portis coming up as well. I think they could definitely acquire one of those big men. 100%. 100% without a doubt, they can acquire one of those big men this year. Get like a Bobby Portis at that center. Get a real stretch five. That's insane. That'd be Bobby Portis at the stretch five. That would be crazy. Or get a defensive anchor in Brook Lopez. Although I don't think that the Bucks are going to want to part with Brook Lopez unless they really wanted to start Bobby Portis that much with Giannis. So, yeah, I mean that's my breakdown of this trade. Yeah, check my TikTok for all the other information. I'm gonna go more into depth, at least about the other pieces that might be moving during the trade deadline. And if you like this type of content, hit that subscribe button, like the video, of course, and interact. Until next time, shut the fuck up. Peace.